when the Al-Turi tax cert went before Judge Dave Ritter, Ritter made it known, I am a taxpayer in the school district. But I think Judge Bartlett's, she's a little bit further than Dave Ritter.
But this, from what I know, Jerry, this doesn't happen until they know they're going to go to trial. Up until that point, they don't have any bearing on the outcome. If we settle before we go to trial, it never does get disclosed. This is what I was told. But if it's going to go to court, then they disclose where they live and everything.
The only way I disagree with that is, if in any way Judge Bartlett or any judge that is in that situation has anything to do with this, I find that problematic. I think it's much simpler if this was to be removed from Orange County back to Westchester or one of the other counties, and you're clean. There's no involvement with anybody here. So if you would relay my comments to Dennis, I would appreciate it. Okay, thank you.
I think, just to expand on it a little bit, that there's a Chief Justice that would rule as to whether she can do it or not, or not she, anyone can do it.
The Chief Judge in White Plains?
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
So, I'm not sure, no matter who it is, listening to these cases.
I do believe that judge has already been notified by one of the plaintiffs that they want this removed from her, Judge Bartlett, and removed from this county. So it'll be interesting. Okay, thank you.
Other public comment? Jerry, you got something? Ms. Gordon?
I did.
Oh.
Where's my sheet?
You got it?
Well, he asked about Maplewood. I wasn't sure about that.
What?
I wanted to get a copy of the Maplewood decision.
Oh, what the...
Didn't they litigate us?
Yes. I mean, I don't have one here.
No, I realize that. What would I, FOI to the clerk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jerry, I'm sorry, what did you need?
The I&I equipment that Steve is going to use?
Yes.
What is it? What does he have?
It's not, when you say I&I equipment.
You called it I.
Well, it's called,
Look for, check for I.
well, he called it, but anyway.
He did.
Yeah, but basically, what I know about it, because is that they did some smoke tests back when, and there's areas on Wedgwood that shows there's areas of concern, maybe manholes or hookups. So what we're going to do when he finishes, we're going to take our manpower from the sewer department, you correct me if I'm wrong, sewer department, and Steve is going to give an operator and a few other people, because you need more than 2 guys when you're digging, because you got to put the walls up and everything else. And we're going to go check these points out to see if there really are leaks there. Or if
So you're going to physically dig then?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
And we're going to be using our backhoe, so it's not I&I equipment, it's normal equipment that we have. All right. I don't know if you were here the other night, but maybe Ken will discuss what we're getting done for nothing on the manholes from 2 different outfits.
First, back to what's going on in Wedgwood. It's actually manhole on this section. There's a stream that runs through it. So they're hoping they can either divert the water around or actually just relocate the whole the manhole. We can cut I&I from about 25%. So we're anxious about that. What we do is, eventually, Steve is going to, like we said, supply the manpower. We're working with our people. We hope to, and we're going to do Hamiltonian Park the same way, but first, the biggest one is Arcadia. We can solve that one really very well.
Is that 25% of your total?
From Arcadia Hill, yes.
Wow.
There's a stream that actually runs right through it. So you want a lot more to extend where it's going. So yeah, absolutely. We made before made commitment that we're going to continue to identify and fix whatever we can.
We're very actively going to find out what's going on. I don't know, Jerry, if you know that in our last bills, we sent out that we're going to inspect all the homes, and the people are supposed to call us to see if they have any hookups as far as sump pumps and so forth, because Some pump in a house, when you get rain off and all that, when the water table goes up, could be hundreds of thousands of gallons, millions actually. So we're actively doing that. And then there was something else that we're going to do that Doug mentioned last week. We're going to have 2 manholes in Arcadia that are side by side, meaning they're the closest ones together. And there's supposed to be some kind of solution that you do, seal the walls. And we're having 2 companies do it. Two different products. No, that's why I wanted you to explain. 2 different products. So and they're doing it free of charge to see if this really works in stopping back leaks or anything that comes into the manhole, because anything that comes in the manhole goes in the sewer.
You know, we have made incredible strides in I&I over the last 2 years.
We'll do just as much this year.
And we're going to do just as much this year. We have been working diligently on it. I mean, we put the 200 and some odd manhole covers. We found a valve that allowed water to get in from streams that we shut. We're looking at low spots, and they can tell you more. But all I need this whole board has diligently been working on I&I for a couple of years. Because I hear people say to me, "Well, you're not doing anything about I&I." They have no idea. So we have put so many resources toward.
Well, I'll tell you this much. This past year's bill for sewer from the village was $38,000 less than it was the previous year. I think I'm right, 38, 51, one or the other. Less, 54 total. I think Arcadia was 38 and Ham Park was like 17 or something like that. And that's because of I&I. And that was probably took effect because we put the manhole covers and all that. And it takes a whole year to see the results. So we are going to do everything we can to not have I&I. We're going to do everything we can to reduce the bills.
We're limited.
Period.
Can you put a gallonage number on that?
I'm not
How many
gonna-
million gallons it was reduced?
No.
Next meeting.
I would say probably 8 million. I'm doing this off of memory, that's why I don't want to give it, because you'll hold me to it, I'm not going to do that. But I think it was about 8, Joel.
Save that kind of money, it's a couple of million.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's in the middle.
You had your hand raised there before. Do you have something else?
Yes, please. The sales tax for this past quarter that you had mentioned earlier that was collected, how does that compare to the same quarter last year, and then again to the same quarter 2006?
No,
I don't have those figures in front of me, but we have been looking at basically just the town now, because it's shared with all the villages and the towns and the cities. And we've been putting in on the budget around $1 million. So it's
I can tell you, we have been projecting almost the same amount every year and have hit the projections within very tiny amounts, sometimes over every year. So the sales tax has been holding up very steady. It's the mortgage tax where we've had the big problem because of all the foreclosures, the non-renewals, the non-sales, all that mortgage tax. But the sales tax has been holding up relatively well. So we're really pleased.
That's 260,605.
Yeah, and basically, the sales tax is holding up well, mainly because of Woodbury Commons. Most of the people that shop in Woodbury Commons, I would say probably 75% come from out of town. I mean, when I tell my relatives where I live, they say, "Where's Goshen?" And I mention Woodbury, they all know where Woodbury Commons is.
They're bringing euros in.
And you know, the foreigners that come into Manhattan, they all visit Woodbury Commons. So thanks, we have it.
Yeah.
So anyway.
too bad we couldn't get a bigger share.
Well, I'm looking at what the other towns get, I'm wondering why they got.
I think Woodbury wants that too, Judge, a little more.
No, there was a time there, years ago, where they didn't want to share any of it.
Yeah.
Middletown this past quarter, I'm just looking at the sheet here, got close to $2 million.
Yep.
Now, would that be local
Well, they got Gallup.
monies coming in, or would that also be outside of the area?
No, sales tax, it's whoever spends in Orange County.
But you had mentioned Woodbury Commons tends to be more foreign currency that's coming into the country.
Well, what I'm saying is, it doesn't, what I mean is that we, the people here, might have it tough, which we do, but the other people that are coming in